We are now 2 weeks into Fantastic Four. Baby steps. I called it baby steps first. That was my witticism. I did it first. But we're 2 weeks into it. And last week we had the great discussion about, is it going to get any sort of good word of mouth? Because it was not received as negatively as Superman was. And here we are 2 weeks later, and it's a flop. It's a flop. The numbers are in 66% drop from week to week, 80% from Friday to Friday. And on its budget of 200 million plus likely a 150 to 200 million marketing, it needs $700 to $800 million to break even. It has only made 300 million in change right now. It's going to run out of steam very quickly and will likely fall into the window that I predicted, 450 to 550 gross when all is said and done, which means it will lose several $100 million in the end. So that being said, what do you think the reaction has been from stands? Varying things. First, they'll do the propaganda. I've got several things here. Actually, I forgot to bring them up. Give me 1 second. Let me bring these up as the evidence of coping, because that's what this is. This is cope beyond cope. You know how Lino says, "Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight." This is cope beyond cope. They are coping so hard. They don't understand how these things work. And here's to show you that I've recovered enough, that I am able to heal my mental trauma from a couple weeks ago. So we have this one first from our favorite retard who mysteriously has a channel larger than mine. I still don't quite understand that. Jack. Fantastic Four box office doom posting is crazy because you'd think it made $7 the way people talk about it on here when it's doing just fine and will be profitable. Now, of course, you can see there, I educated this moron on how gross versus net works. And he's an idiot. This guy is a dyed-in-the-wool, stand, drooling, window-licking moron who probably bought his subscribers and memberships and stuff like that. Probably pays for everything in a certain way, gets bots, or funnels it into Reddit. Who knows? So this guy is a moron. He's an MCU stan. He's a DCU stan. He's an idiot. Doesn't understand it. So there's their cope. They think that gross equals profit. They're dumb. So then we move on to this guy right here. It's actually 368 million right now, and people who said this movie is going to flop are real quiet right now. Watch it make 400 million within the next 4 days. Now announce the sequel! Once again, a moron who doesn't understand how budgets and box offices work. I also explained it to this idiot. I don't know if they reply because I don't play the reply game, this and that. I drop my bomb. I walk away. So 368 million. We've been over this. The budget, it's a failure. It's a flop. Making $400 million when you need 700 to 800 for break even means failure. These people don't understand it. But this is their cope. They see big numbers, and to them, that translates as success because they don't understand the process. Then there's this one. This is the level of cope today. The obsession with the box office is killing movies and creativity. Who gives an F how much the movie makes? Studios and investors, because they pay to create a product, and an investor expects a return on their investment so they can pay themselves and pay their employees and all that kind of stuff. People need to make a living on this. Whether these are good or bad movies, people have worked and they need to make a living. So you kind of need to make money. You kind of need to at least break even. So you could say, okay, at least we didn't lose our shirts. And every single MCU movie this year has lost hundreds of millions of dollars. That is the truth. So this cope of, and this is just the one example I've seen many people crying on X Twitter today. Who cares about this? Then there's the other one out there. I didn't save one of these. I apologize. I didn't save one of these posts. I wasn't quite awake yet when I was scrolling by this stuff. I should have. Maybe it's time to blame the audience. They're playing that game again. Blame the audience for something doing poorly. Let the creatives cook. Let the directors cook. Let the studios cook. Why don't you understand that this shit has been cooked and it's a failure? It's exactly what I said. This is MCU exhaustion. This isn't superhero fatigue per se, but what it definitely is MCU exhaustion. We are now 8 months into the year, and so many MCU projects have flooded the market, and all of them have been monetary and creative financial disasters. All of them lost from movie to television. So when you come out and say, who gives a fuck how much something makes, it shows you don't care if the things you like, these companies, the corpos you shill for, actually make a profit so they can keep making stuff. This shows you only care about yourself and what you think. And that's fine, but acknowledge your selfish behavior. Mr. Hunter Bolding, real journalist critic for the hashtag So, MPA Press certified HCA member, content creator for movies, physical media, gaming, horror, heavy metal. Clearly, you don't understand. You don't understand how the industry you claim to cover works. That something has to be successful, make money, so that you can, as Dre would say, justify the existence of more. It's a very simple equation that you fail to understand. And all the stands fail to understand. These are why they are stands and not fans. They're selfish, programmed morons who don't understand how anything works, only care about getting social media interaction and head pats. And in the end, after that, satisfying themselves. Whereas a fan wants to share it with their fellow fan. They want things to be successful, and they can acknowledge when something sucks. So yes, I love this, and I know it sucked. It's a simple definition to decide these things. So stands are melting down. They're losing their shit, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am here for the burning down of the MCU, and I can't wait for it to burn hotter, faster, longer until there's nothing left and we can move on. And in some cases, forget about it. That's what needs to happen. Forget about it. There we go. All right, we're done with that. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.